In today's video, I want to run you guys through a brand new sci-fi tactical RPG that has been revealed for the PlayStation 4. It's called Element Space and it's coming to the PS4 in Q1 2020. We'll talk all about that. Also, we've got some Death Stranding gameplay details and the Death Stranding baby is going to speak to you through the controller, yup, and Last of Us has gotten some gameplay details. This was revealed a little while ago, but I do want to highlight that as well at the end of this video. First up, the science fiction tactical RPG Element Space, which first launched for PC on February 14th of this year, is coming to the PlayStation 4 in Q1 2020. That was revealed by Blowfish Studios and developer Sixth Vowel. The console version will be playable for the first time at PAX Australia 2019 from October 11th to the 13th in Melbourne, Australia. Element Space is noted as a brand new take on turn-based tactical squad RPGs set 200 years in the future. Got a little bit of XCOM vibes from it, and something like that definitely is right up my alley. It wasn't received that strongly on PC. 66% positive reception on Steam, which is based on 153 Steam user reviews, so not the best reception in the world, but there are some positive reviews mixed in there as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this game turns out. It tells an intriguing non-linear story with multiple endings. Step into the shoes of Captain Pythium after being framed for a terrorist attack, follow him on a journey to clear his name and expose a terrible genocidal conspiracy. Easy to learn, hard to master turn-based battles, face overwhelming odds and break through their ranks, use your wits and uncover lots of powerful skill combos to get the mission done. Unique characters to recruit throughout the game as well. Travel the galaxy and recruit companions. Each one of them comes with a unique skill set, story, and unlockable items, and fight the way you want. Deck out your crew with unlockable weapons and perk trees of your choice. Adjust your party to your own playstyle, and as Captain Christopher Pythium, you will lead your crew into battle in order to save humanity from extinction. Travel to the far reaches of spaces, recruit allies, gather equipment, and combat deadly enemies in battle. You will have to strategically maneuver your squad, utilize cover, flank your enemies, and combine your companion skills and unique abilities for deadly effect. Choosing when to engage your enemies up close and when to pick them off from afar will be critical for gaining the upper hand. Your ideological decisions will mark how the rest of the galaxy perceives you. Make sure to forge strong political alliances to ensure your victory in the final confrontation. You hold the fate of the galaxy in your hands as the captain. As far as the battle system goes, and that's of course a big element of the game, engaged in challenging turn-based combat and real-time exploration, approach complex team-based tactics by combining character skills with free-form movement. Outfit your squad from a selection of 32 melee and range weapons that allow for different playstyles and strategies. Unlock items and weapons by gaining reputation with the galaxy's factions and grow your characters through their unique branching upgrade trees. No two characters are the same, and battle against a wide range of enemy units and squads, factions, combats, perks, combined with their units to challenge the player in different ways throughout the game. As far as the single-player campaign goes, it notes a fully realized universe with a detailed and extensive history, 7 explorable factions, each inspired by distinct cultures and traditions, offering their own units, tactics, architectures, and perspectives, 8 possible companions, each with their own extensive backstory and narrative arc. Help them achieve their personal goals in order to unlock their secret perk and maximize their potential in battle. It notes 12 to 15 hours of playtime per playthrough, 24 handcrafted levels, each designed to provide unique combat experiences, no procedural content, a nuanced ideological system that tracks your decisions and actions throughout the game, affecting your reputation with factions, your character roster, and more. Multiple endings are included in the game, from your reputation with different factions to your relationship with your party. Every decision you make will shape the destiny of the galaxy, and it also notes high replayability. Each playthrough will allow you to see new missions, party members, and storylines. The wide range of equipment, skills, perks, and companions permits for a very different playstyle game to game. And there is also an extinction mode, a hardcore mode for those of you looking for an additional challenge. Wanted to go over all of the information because I don't know how much I'm going to be talking about Element Space leading up to its release, especially in Q1 2020. I've gone over it several times, but Q1 2020 is stacked with major game releases that I don't know how much attention is going to be around Element Space, so I did want to give the game its just due before we get into that time period, but nonetheless, hopefully the game does see a successful release on the PlayStation 4. Moving on from that, a game that is definitely going to see a successful release on the PS4 very soon, in just a little over a month, is Death Stranding. The PS4 exclusive has some new details revealed, and you know that Death Stranding baby, well, it's gonna speak to you through the controller. Hideo Kojima has upped the weirdness surrounding Death Stranding even more, and last week Hideo Kojima tweeted that BB will be able to speak through the PS4 DualShock controller that comes with the Death Stranding limited edition. This edition costs $399.99, $400, and this does include a themed PlayStation 4 Pro system. For those that don't know, BB is the baby in that weird yellow container that Norman Reedus' character Sam walks around with, and having the baby talk to you throughout the game, that's a rather interesting element being added to the game. Of course, it's unclear that if this is specifically for the limited edition DualShock 4 controller or if it's going to be available for every DualShock 4 controller. You would think it would be available to every single one of them because this has been something that we've seen in games before where there is some integration directly with the controller itself. Whatever the case may be, Death Stranding is looking like an incredibly compelling game. I'm kind of scared to say that it's going to be really good. It's Hideo Kojima, so it probably is going to be really great. However, this game just has a level of weirdness, a level of zaniness that I really haven't seen in a game in the past, especially for a game that's getting as much attention as Death Stranding has. Could you imagine if Death Stranding was a game that if you strip away all of the notable actors and you strip away the name of Hideo Kojima, let's say it had the same visual quality, let's say it had the same gameplay elements, would it be getting the attention that it is? I think a big reason Death Stranding is this enormous release is because it's a PS4 exclusive, because it's Hideo Kojima, and because you have these well-renowned actors all in the game. From a gameplay fundamental standpoint, are people really that enamored with all the gameplay elements? I don't know, maybe they are, but from my standpoint, it seems like this is a game that is really relying on a lot of those factors that I just mentioned, and there's nothing wrong with that per se. It is just something interesting to note, and it's something that I've been going back to quite a bit, where Death Stranding does have this aura of mystery and uncertainty surrounding it, and maybe in a roundabout way, that's what Hideo Kojima wants, and that's what makes it a Hideo Kojima title, because Hideo Kojima is the kind of guy, and the only kind of guy that could get away with something like this. So it's just this paradoxical thing when you talk about Death Stranding that I don't think anybody else literally in the entirety of gaming would be able to pull off an experience like this outside of Hideo Kojima, but leave it to him. It's truly going to be a one-of-a-kind experience, as it does drop November 8th as a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and it recently also went gold, so the game is definitely going to be hitting that release date barring some crazy unforeseen circumstance. But nonetheless, there you have it with that. And lastly, I do want to go over some new Last of Us Part 2 gameplay details that have been recently released. This is coming from Tim Turry over as a senior social media specialist at Sony Interactive Entertainment America. And it was noted on the PlayStation blog, quote, "The early portion of the demo features heartfelt story moments between Ellie and her companion Dina. Ellie was already a multifaceted protagonist in the previous game, but she's now 19 and her age shows in the depth of her character. She and Dina exchange playful teases, search each other's eyes for signals, and dance around the topic of former lovers." However, if we move on to the actual gameplay elements and how Ellie has changed in gameplay standpoint, it has changed from the first title. The patrol, the first section of the preview that was played, was set within the snowy abandoned towns surrounding the survivors' hometown of Jackson, Wyoming. Snow crunches satisfyingly underfoot and fierce winds makes patterns across its surface. And Ellie's main job in the game is to patrol the area surrounding Jackson. Early in the game, she rides horseback through the shattered abandoned buildings in the wooded expanse where she and Dina check for signs of deadly infected, dangerous marauders or survivors. Then you have the suburbs. That's the second section of the demo. That takes place in the remnants of Seattle, Washington's Hillcrest neighborhood. The series' iconic overgrown aesthetic is well represented with lush green tree canopies shading a broken town road. Impressively rendered mist hangs heavily over the area and completes its authentic Pacific Northwest atmosphere. There's also a level of meticulous detail that you would expect out of a Naughty Dog game. It was noted Naughty Dog elevates the visual fidelity of the grounded world to new heights. Your horse muscle flexes and jiggles as it gallops. Tall grass ripples and tree boughs flex within the wind. Ellie contorts her face in intense focus as she silently takes down enemies. Upgrading weapons at a workbench rewards you with strikingly detailed animations like swapping out a shotgun's magazine. The authenticity is said to be outstanding. Then you've got jump mechanics. Ellie is more limber than Joel ever was, which makes sense considering that Joel was a bulkier, larger individual. Players can now jump to reach higher vantage points or cross small gaps. Don't expect to pounce hapless victims like an assassin, but look forward to expanded freedom and new opportunities for traversal. Dodging, obviously Ellie is going to be a little bit more flexible and being able to dodge. You'll be able to step out of the way of survivors' axe swings or slashing runners with a quick button tap. Crawl, guard dogs, new infected, revealed, expanded abilities, silencers, and so much more. I'll leave a link to the PlayStation blog post in the description box below so you can have a look for it yourself. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, a brand new sci-fi RPG has been revealed for the PlayStation 4. That is Element Space, and it's coming to the console in Q1 2020. Death Stranding's baby is going to be able to speak to you through the controller. That is something that is so wacky and so zany, maybe wacky isn't the best terminology, but so zany and off the wall that I would expect it out of a Hideo Kojima game, and new Last of Us Part 2 gameplay details have been revealed. Again, if you want a deeper insight into that, I'll leave a link to the PlayStation blog post in the description box below. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.